approach. And what I would say the hook of it is they have a special, they would, if they, let's say there were a project, they would have a special use permit, and they have to adhere to ordinance standards, and there's a very big incentive for them to do so. Otherwise, they don't have, they potentially lose out on a big investment, especially if they're found to not be adhering to those standards.
So those post-study requirements and continuing ordinance enforcement, do they get written into the ordinance?
They would, if the planning commission would like those within the ordinance, they would be written into the ordinance. I would strongly suggest that they would be written into the ordinance rather than added as conditions of any application.
Can compensation for property owners also be put in that?
What do you mean by compensation for property?
If this process happens to start on a site and it takes a while and somebody's putting up with this for days or worse, if they go, man, you know what, we can't stand it, we're going to a hotel or something, anything that's causing, a hardship.
That would be, in my opinion, that would be outside the scope of your authority, of the zoning authority, because it does not necessarily relate to regulating land use. It's essentially providing a remedy that would be available for an individual, and I know you're probably not going to like the answer, but it's a remedy that an individual would have to seek privately, because you're essentially benefiting private individuals rather than the public as a whole, and that a private individual would also have the ability to pursue those claims if they were valid in themselves. And so the simple answer is no, I would not believe that would be an enforceable or allowable provision in the zoning.